Baar Baar Dekho is bookended by highlights. The film ends with Kala Chashma, that insanely infectious Badshah song. When it began, at least a few people in the theatre I was in just started dancing. And Baar Baar Dekho begins with a beautifully wrought summary of a grand romance. Diya and Jay are born on different continents. Their paths cross in Delhi when they're 8, they become best friends, and the relationship deepens into love. All of this happens even before the opening credits finish. I was instantly sold on both the characters and the talent of debutant director Nitya Mehra. The problem is everything in between. Baar Baar Dekho is essentially the movie equivalent of a Hallmark card. The writers, Sri Rao, Anupama and Nitya herself, are imparting life lessons here. In case you missed them, the characters helpfully spell them out. A wise pundit tells us, "Badi baaton pe nahi, choti baaton pe dhyan do." And a sagely professor of mathematics declares, balance ke bagair koi equation perfect nahi hoti. All working moms know this, but it takes Jay 142 minutes to figure it out. The 2013 British film About Time featured a time-traveling protagonist who learns to enjoy each day of what he calls his extraordinary, ordinary life. Like that man, Jay also becomes a loving husband and father by traveling back and forth in time. He realizes how empty his life will be if he continues to put his own passion, Vedic mathematics, above all else. On paper, this must have seemed like an ambitious, beguiling idea, especially for Hindi cinema. On screen, it's an absolute slog. Jay just keeps waking up in different years and he has no clue what happened in the years that went by. So Sidharth Malhotra is forced to keep the same dazed and confused expression on his face through the film. He's practically in every frame. It's a tough load to carry, and he works hard to make Jay's struggle palpable. But the screenplay just doesn't support him. To begin with, he has to convincingly play a man who's reluctant to marry Katrina Kaif, who of course looks smashing. Katrina also stretches herself by finding some depth and expression, but the repetition in the narrative just flattens out their efforts. Even the most ardent Sid and Cat fans will find it difficult to stay interested. Baar Baar Dekho has been jointly produced by Excel Entertainment and Dharma Productions. These production houses are the high priests of a subgenre I call posh people angst. Basically stories about affluent, attractive people. The good thing about these movies is that when the story fails, you can just focus on the styling. Baar Baar Dekho is impeccably good looking. Cinematographer Ravi K. Chandran gives every surface a sheen. The locations are lovely and so are the outfits. It's also a pleasure to see strong actors like Sarika, Ram Kapoor and Rajat Kapoor. But none of it is enough to sustain you through the length of this desperately flawed film. I'm going with 2 stars, but I'm keeping my faith in Nitya. That opening sequence holds promise of greater things. For more reviews like this, hit the button below and subscribe to Film Companion.